It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Washington Commanders and the Green Bay Packers on Monday Night Prime Time.
The address is 1265 Lombardi Avenue. The place is known as Titletown. Welcome inside legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. So good to be with you. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson here. Greg, as we look at this matchup, I'm looking around and hearing this crowd. They're so fired up for this one. What's it like when you come on the road and you've got a hostile environment you need to take care of?
You know, I always liked it. I always thought it added to the element of bringing some energy and bringing some juice, especially in pregame. But once that ball's kicked off, you want to settle this crowd down as fast as you can, especially on offense. Take them out of it. Get them back on their chairs, sitting on their hands. The more energy you give them, the more noise, it does make it a little less efficient to operate, especially on offense. So come out fast, come out furious, and see if you can take this crowd out right from the jump.
This is a short kick, returnable from the 13. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They are led by the former Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU, Jaden Daniels.
I think we're seeing this so often now in the modern NFL is quarterbacks who can hurt you both improv as a scrambler and also with designed runs coming out of the huddle. So this is a tricky situation. Guys who can run with this kind of speed, you have to be very careful how you pass rush them. You're not just rushing to a spot. It's not just an X behind the center. You got to try to corral him and keep him in the pocket because when he escapes, big plays are to be had.
Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He finds the veteran Ertz. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
As his man, it's Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
So the best thing this wide receiver is able to do here, Mike, on this crossing route is once he gets the ball in his hands, he's able to put his foot in the ground and get vertical. So often you see these guys get strung out sideline to sideline, and they're not able to pick up big yards after the catch. So really nice job here, and it leads to a big gain.
Daniels now on 1st down. He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not, and be taken down there.
Well, Mike, the other day we heard how the offensive coordinator wanted to start fast offensively, but here so far, it's been the pass rush and the defense who's gotten out to the quick start.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll motion over Samuel. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. From the shotgun on third down, Daniels to the goal line and in. Luke McCaffrey. Touchdown, Washington. And, Greg, that is the way you love to start one of those games. Get off the bus, get on the field, get in the end zone. The road team with the first 6 of this one.
And you can just see, Mike, it takes a lot of the air out of the stadium. And this crowd, they're fired up, start of the game, trying to make their presence felt. And the opposing team goes all the way down for an opening drive touchdown. That's an ideal way to start when you find yourself on the road.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Commanders will take a 7-0 lead. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. The dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Green Bay offense set to go to work for the first time. And they're led by the man who waited his turn, the 2020 first-rounder, Jordan Love.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from the opening whistle.
And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Once again, it's Jacobs. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. A good play action with Love. He'll try to run for it. Love going to get to the ground, avoid the contact, and pick up a first down.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life, his speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on the big scramble. He's able to pick up the first down and keep the drive alive.
1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Catch is made by Romeo Dobbs. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
Now, Jacobs. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Great job here by this linebacker, Mike. There was no reading and reacting. From the snap, he was attacking. Meets the ball carrier right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Love. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Love. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Now it looks like we have an injured Packer player on the field. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. McManus's kick is good. And the Packers are on the board. It's 7-3.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Austin Eckler now to return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Commanders' offense ready to see the football for the second time. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Really nice start for this defense here early through the first quarter. 2 different players each recording a sack. Offensive line's going to have to get together on the sideline with their coach and identify where's the weakness in our protection. How can we get extra bodies and extra attention? Because we still got a long way to go in this one.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
After that 1st down sack, I think we both kind of looked at each other and said, all right, well, there goes this drive. But a really nice job there in the passing game on 2nd down. That big chunk brings them from 2nd and long to now at least 3rd and manageable.
3rd and short, and it's Daniels. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
On 4th down, the Commanders going to send out their veteran Tress Way to punt. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. This brought in out past the 20. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Packers offense ready for their 2nd possession. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Back to throw is Love. He finds Jaden Reed for the grab. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
Throwing right, it's taken in. 14 yards on that pass play there. 1st down, Packers. On play action, Love. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Pickup of 11 yards on that one. Good for a Green Bay first down.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pickup there by the back to pick up the first down.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Just a short gain to the 33-yard line. So we've played 1 quarter here on a Monday night. It's the Commanders with the early lead. And we're back at Lambeau Field in just a moment. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll run the toss to Jacobs. And he'll bring this inside the 30. A gain of about 4. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now Love. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
Barring some type of disaster with that big pass pickup, it puts them in position now where they feel like they can at least walk away with points off this drive. I just feel like it has to be 6. I feel like anything less than that will be a letdown.
They've got it at the 8. First down and goal. Love to throw. And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be 2nd and goal.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or...
That one, taken in. Jaden Reed. Touchdown, Packers.
Now, remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Brandon McManus now to add the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Packers are on top. It's now 10-7. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Taking off.
That play had sack written all over it, so that's a great job by the quarterback, not only escaping the initial pressure, even though he doesn't gain a whole lot, he's able to pick up some positive yards for what looked like a disaster in the start.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Here's a designed run. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
There's just so many ways this offense can beat you, Mike. He adds such a layer to this offense with their ability to use him as a designed runner, and we can see there as he picks up the first down.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Off the play fake, here's Daniels. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. A nice throw by the rookie from LSU. And he's got his team a first down.
And that's what you call being fearless, going over the middle. That's not everybody's cup of tea in this league, Mike. Some guys love to operate outside the numbers, and some guys understand their role is in the middle of the field. And not only to make that catch, but to do it laying out. That's a big-time play to secure that one.
First down throw there is incomplete.
You hear quarterback coaches say it all the time. Let's get our guy easy completions. Well, that falls certainly into that category, Mike, but when you fail to connect on those, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Throwing on second down, Daniels. Oh, not a good throw there. That's across his body. It's intercepted. Picked off by Keyshawn Nixon. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Green Bay. The pick six for the score. Greg, that is the one thing this offense did not want to see. And it really is demoralizing to see that happen in that spot.
Absolutely, Mike, and that's one of those cases where you just would like to see the quarterback say, all right, I'm going to live to play another day. Don't force that throw. Don't try to make a play that's not there, because not only do you turn the ball over, you give them an easy 6.
And on the other side, the defense, what a moment, uplifting for them. Big momentum builder.
Yeah, and that's the way games are shaped in this league, Mike. I mean, you find yourself able to capitalize on a mistake by an offense. You get yourself an easy touchdown. All of a sudden, your sideline finds themselves completely rejuvenated.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Couldn't take the chance. They're going to return it from the goal line. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Commanders' offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts. First and 10. Oh, the ball's out. The Packers have it.
You know, it's amazing, Mike, that guys still end up fumbling the ball, because I can tell you from experience, the first 15 minutes of every offensive practice is ball security circuit, and that could be a combination of multiple things. How to go to the ground without getting loose to the ball, almost like the art of falling. It could be running over bags or through bags as guys take swats at the ball trying to knock it out. There are so many ways to simulate what the game is like, because at the end of the day, if you want to win in the NFL...
And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay. So this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. They run over center with Robinson. And a nice run there as he surges forward, a gain of 8, and sets up third down. To throw is Daniels. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
So just think, I mean, a couple minutes ago, we see a pick 6. I mean, the last thing you want to do is, the next time you step in the huddle, is go 3 and out. So that's a big conversion. Now they got to find a way to get some of this momentum back, go down and get some points, and let everybody move past that pick 6 we saw in the last possession.
Finding room across midfield. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have two or three that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
Play action. Here's Daniels. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete. Luke McCaffrey, the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Just doesn't seem to me right now that he's seeing the field very well. I mean, that last possession results in the pick. You'd expect him to come back out here and be a little bit more careful with the ball, find easier completions, find the better matchup. And instead, he puts the ball back in harm's way, and he's lucky that wasn't another interception.
And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Really nice answer to the previous drive from this quarterback. You want to play at this league and you want to play for a long time, you better have a short-term memory because mistakes are going to happen. Really nice job here bouncing back, putting together a promising drive, and he's open to come away with a touchdown of his own.
Throwing again, Daniel. That is brought in at the 10, and he'll be taken down.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
Off the bootleg, here's Daniels. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most, and I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
Another shot at it from the 9. Second down and goal. Daniels going to keep it on the zone read. And he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10. Two minutes remain here in this first half. Back with more from Lambeau Field. After this drive in danger of stalling out on 3rd and 10. 3rd and goal. It's Daniels. That is caught back corner of the end zone. Noah Brown. Touchdown, Commanders. The teamwork was just ideal there. Greg, we don't see practice all week, but we see it pay off in the game.
And when you have a wide receiver, Mike, that can operate near the sideline, it just increases the amount of space that quarterback has to work with. He knows that he can put that ball maybe a little bit further away from the defender, knowing he's got the guy on the other end to not only secure the catch, but to keep his feet in bounds for a touchdown.
Gay to add the PAT. He knocks it through. And the Commanders are back to within a field goal. It's 17-14. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. For the return, it's Keyshawn Nixon. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Packers offense ready to see what they can do. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Now Love. This one on target, it's Dobbs.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Love. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Love to throw it on 1st down. Quick throw, taken in, and that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's Love. That is caught by the tight end. Tucker Kraft. Touchdown, Packers.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. But let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here going into halftime changes this entire game.
Now it's McManus for the point after. It's up and through. And the Packers go up by 10. 24-14 is their lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They will start it on the ground to run that clock. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard. Halftime now at Lambeau, and the Packers are on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, we'll take it from there as we welcome everyone into our EA Sports studios and our halftime report. It was an excellent first half from quarterback Jordan Love. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. This is taken in at the goal line. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Jordan Love and the rest of the Packer offense ready for their next possession. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position, instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Love. He runs with it.
Quarterback does a nice job here sensing the pressure pretty quickly. Realizes he doesn't have a ton of time to operate from within the pocket. Decides to tuck the ball and rely on his legs. He's able to pick up a positive play.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Dobbs headed in motion. They'll run the draw with Jacobs. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Shotgun draw, trying to catch him off guard here, Mike, but the defense was having none of it. Thought it took a little too long to develop. Gave that defense enough time to get back there. Stop him for no gain.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
Really nice job here in the second half for this defense to come out and make a play. That last sack's going to go a long way to getting off the field, getting the offense the ball back, and see if they can chip away.
On 4th down, the Packers turn it over to Daniel Whelan to punt. This returnable from inside his own 40. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Samuel has it working in the middle. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
He keeps it himself, and he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
They'll give it to Eckler on the option, and he'll work this down inside the 35. Kingsley Enoch-Barre there for the tackle. Now a 3rd and 2. Off the zone read, Daniels gonna hang on to it. He's got the 1st down. They'll bring him down at the 28, but the sticks will move. 1st down picked up on the ground.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that 1st down himself.
They run this straight ahead with Eckler. Finding space at the 15. And they are not gonna catch him. He's in. Austin Eckler. Touchdown, Washington.
Just a great way to finish off a drive, and it was something they thought they had a matchup advantage all week long, was in the ground game. And you can see here, they executed at the offensive line. He got some nice blocks downfield from his wide receivers and tight ends, and he was able to do the rest.
Now Gay for the extra point. He's got it. And the Commanders cut the lead to 3, 24-21. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Hardman now to return it. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Packers offense ready to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Well, after not having much success in the first half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the third quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
Love to throw on 1st and 10. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense, immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
A 2nd down throw for Love. He's going to take a shot down the field. That is brought in. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Green Bay. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
McManus on for the point after. His kick is good. And the Packers will extend this third quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now a return coming from the 14. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Austin Eckler and the rest of the Commanders' offense back out onto the field. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. The motion man here is McLaurin. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he'll be brought down at the 32 after a short pickup. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll go play action here with Daniels. He finds the veteran Ertz. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Able to get loose after the catch for more yardage. That'll be a pickup of 21.
He might be a tight end by position definition, Mike, but this guy is a bona fide playmaker with the ball in his hands, and we're just seeing this more and more across the league. These guys have such a natural ability to pick up yards after the catch, and man, it does wonders for an offense when you don't always have to throw the ball far to pick up big gains.
That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Evan Williams is there for the stop. They face second down and 7. On the zone read, here's Daniels. Now the pitch to Eckler. And he'll get 4 on this one. Down inside the 40-yard line now. Here's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Commander's first down.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks, so don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
Quick throw here is complete. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
Remember what this defense told us in our meetings this week, Mike. They don't think that they're necessarily going to be able to just stifle this offense play after play. They might have to give a little bit of bend, but they can't break. That sack, that is the defense not breaking. Down there near your own goal line, come away with the big play and see if they can keep points off the board.
They'll motion over Samuel. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. And that is incomplete. They couldn't hook up there. As time has expired, the 3rd quarter has come to an end. So out comes Matt Gay in a big spot. This to get back to a 1-possession game. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they are indeed back within 1 score. So the mistake there, the roughing call on the field goal, they'll take the 3 points off the board, keep possession of the ball, and have it 1st down. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Daniels gonna throw again. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think they're fortunately this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way.
They can keep the drive alive if they get to the 4, but facing third down at the moment. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Nate Hobbs.
These second-half red zone opportunities are critical, Mike. I mean, you're not going to score every single time you get down here, but it feels like at this point in the game, this might be my last chance to get this deep. You've got to make the most of those limited opportunities. At least come away with 3. You're hoping for 6, but in this case, you come away with 0.
Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, try to add to it. It begins with first down. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And this will gain a couple of yards up to the 22-yard line. Second down and 8. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up third down. We'll try to run it here with Jacobs. A pickup of 14 on that one. First down, Packers.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, Mike, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Here's first and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
You just have to have a better plan coming into the game when you're facing this sort of pass rush. You are not going to be able to sit there with long developing plays and pat the ball in the pocket. It has to be read 1, read 2, check down. Get the ball out of your hands. Protect your offensive lineman a little bit.
On second down, Love. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. Here's third and 7. To throw is Love. He's got a man. It's Dobbs. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
He's got it inside the 5. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the fourth quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So really nice job here late. You're going to see if they can put this one out of reach.
From the gun, it's Love. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Jordan Love, touchdown Packers. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Now it's McManus for the point after. The kick is good. And the Packers will order. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. They get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. The Commanders' offense and Jaden Daniels ready to take over once more. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. Has a man wide open. It's Samuel. 18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a first down.
This hasn't been his best game by any means, but what I really like, Mike, is regardless of the score, regardless of the time of the game, he is out there battling. He's doing everything in his power to chip away and see if he can get his team back in this game here in the fourth quarter. They've got to find a way to capitalize in this drive. Continue to cut into that deficit. Every possession is critical. Take advantage when you have the ball.
On 2nd down, it's Daniels. His throw left side is complete. And he's going to be run out after a gain of about 6, but that'll be good enough for a first down. Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
Off the play fake, here's Daniels. That one knocked away and incomplete.
Well, that's 2 straight plays now where this secondary has won their matchup, and right now the offense needs to find some plays that just call for easy completions. Get your wide receivers in space. Allow them to run after the catch, because right now these downfield passes, the defense is all over them.
On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. There's that man again, another catch. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's going to wind up a yard or 2 short.
Nice job by the defense there, stopping them short on 3rd down. Brings up 4th, but Mike, honestly, I don't think there's much decision to be made. He's got to keep his offense out there. They need to come away with points. Find themselves down multiple scores in this one. They're going to have to maximize these possessions.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down, as the defense cannot come up with the big play there. It's a gain of 8 on 4th and 2.
Say what you want about this group, Mike, but they certainly aren't scared. I mean, not only to go for it on 4th down, but the quarterback decides to throw that ball into double coverage, and somehow still resulted in them being able to extend this drive.
To the air again is Daniels. That's over the middle, complete to Brown. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
It is brought in the end zone. Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, Commanders.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
Gay to add the PAT. He's got it. And the Commanders are able to cut the deficit to 10. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
The Packers offense and quarterback Jordan Love heading back out there. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Here's a handoff to Jacobs, running left. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. He'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. just 1 second. All that remains in the football game as the kick is away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So, it's a win for the Packers. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that is the difference in this one. So, that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Packers are winners as we say so long from legendary Lambeau Field.